I want to give you some tips on changing the fuses in the Xantrex TrueCharge 20 Plus, and I would imagine the same tips would apply to the Xantrex TrueCharge 40 Plus, because it's physically quite similar. So there's nothing in the owner's manual about this, and they recommend that you take the thing in for service, but it's actually quite simple. You have to remove the yellow case, and only the yellow case. So on this end where the outputs are, you're going to take out 4 screws. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Now you can see that to get the case completely off, it's going to have to slide outward at this end to get over these output terminals. At this end, it's the same 4 screws, but they will remove this sort of the black electrical box as they come out. Now, here's the real trick. The power cord comes out of the charger with a strain relief on it, and unless you remove that, the case isn't going to budge. So you've got to grab that strain relief with an ordinary pair of pliers. You grab it top and bottom, squeeze it fairly hard, and just start wiggling it out. And then once that strain relief is out of its hole, just remove it from the wires. You're going to put it back afterwards. Now, we were looking at these terminals before. As you may know, what you've got here is 1 ground terminal and 3 outputs. There's a fuse inside for each of the 3 outputs. So if one of your outputs stops working, you know the fuse is likely blown for that one. Now the fuses are ordinary automotive ATO type, the common type of blade fuse, 30 amp. And they're located approximately along here. So you're going to, after you take that strain relief off, you're going to be able to lift this end of the case up, and you'll have to feed these power wires. They're soldered to the board, which is on the bottom, so you're going to have to feed them in a few inches in order to be able to lift this yellow case up. And remember, you're just taking out the screws that I mentioned, and you're just taking off the yellow part. So once this end is raised completely above the charger, then you're going to be able to push the yellow case down this way to get it past these output terminals, and then once it's past those, you'll be able to lift that up, and you're still going to have the wires going through the hole in the yellow case. But that's not going to matter. You're going to be able to get at the fuses, which are, as I said, in this area. And so when you have checked the fuses and replaced whichever ones are needed, you're just going to reverse the process. You're going to lower this end of the case down beyond these terminals, push it into its normal closed position. Then you'll be able to lower this end down, and then at that point you just have to put the strain relief back on the wires, push it back into its hole, make sure that it's secure, and then replace the 8 screws, including the black power box, and you're done. Good luck.